You shouldn't make your own pub? You shouldn't go to fucking raves, bruv. What is that fucking gender reveal party? You should know baby showers. Oh, alright, there was a fucking baby shower.
Okay.
You shouldn't be meeting up, bruv. Meeting up is against the fucking law. Stay home, protect the NHS, save lives. So this is the exact same one as like you wouldn't download a car. Most of you are not old enough to know that, but it's a very famous ad.
My favorite meme of the day.
And
Do you know why we can fly helicopter
I guess they
on
just
Mars,
like
but can't turn on a light in
recreated
Texas?
that. But
Because
the irony is
scientists
that
are
like
in
that
charge of
ad
Mars and Republicans are in
that
charge
ad
of
is
Texas.
that ad is not fucking
6
good.
months
Like it
listening
wasn't
to you
successful.
hobbits.
Everyone made fun of it. The irony, of course, that you can literally download a car now, which is, you know. Yeah, the piracy is a crime shit. Ted Cruz crying.
It just hit me.
I can't believe No Neck Ed made a comeback on the stream. Anyway. Wait, what do you mean many don't remember? Isn't the average age of viewers 25 plus? No. Yeah, that's a really fucking dumb ad. I don't know why they decided to purposely, you shouldn't make your own pub, bruv. What the fuck are you doing, bruv? Why the fuck would you make your own fucking pub, bruv? You out of your fucking mind, bruv? What are you doing then? Just give us those last 8 seconds of the 90-day clip, please. We are starving. Here, I'll finish the 90-day clip for you. That's all you're gonna get anyway. Sauce Chat and Excuse Chat are the same age group? No. Mine is definitely older. It's a meme ad, honestly. It's something someone would have made to mock restrictions. Yeah, I find this very strange that that they basically made this very famous ad. They turned that into a parody, I guess. You wouldn't steal a handbag. You wouldn't steal a television. Why wouldn't you steal a movie? Literally everyone who used DVDs remembers this.
Thanks, Arjan.
These used to play before films on DVD or video lol. Yeah, well, my favorite is the blue FBI screen that is like supposed to scare the shit out of you. You know what I mean? Like in front of every like VHS tape and in front of did they even have those on DVDs? I feel like they didn't have those on DVDs. But I used to get this ad on movies my dad burned on DVDs. Yeah. Pro tip, pirate the movie so you don't have to watch this. Do you think there's a place for leftists to be anti-lockdown? What? Yeah, $250,000 fine and 10 years in prison. I wonder if anyone actually went. Boomer 19 is old in the Dream Stand community and they're about to put me in the nursing home. That scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. Yeah. Yeah, some shit you just gotta steal, okay? I think people are being a little ridiculous. When they're like, you know, you wouldn't steal a fucking movie or like college textbooks. Oh, Maron. You fucking kidding me, dude? Are you insane? Like, there's some shit that is so outrageous that they're just fucking you the entire time. College textbooks is that, okay? It's so fucked. Anyway, you should do a charity stream at 100K. I get the Ted Cruz hairdo. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing hair shit no more. Anarchist Andes are often anti-lockdown because fuck the state. What? They fucking stupid? Why would you willingly become the fucking meme of an anarchitty? I don't know if that's a real thing. Do you think there's a place for anti-vaxxer Maoists? Yeah. Shut up, Bao Bao. Yeah, that's insane. I've never fucking heard an anarchist say that shit. Anyway. Yeah, I'm an anarchist. I'm anti-seatbelt laws because fuck the state. It is very oppressive to... Like, what are you, trying to be a fucking libertarian? Like, why are you trying to look like a dumbass libertarian? Like a right libertarian. Purposely, on purpose. Kind of weird. Let Mexico have Texas and then we can have an even 50 with Puerto Rice. I mean, the Chavo Boys were talking about this, but like, if Texas seceded, the fucking cartels would take over in approximately 3.5 days. This is what their joke was, but it's literally true. My man said Puerto Rice. I know. I should have become a criminal. I would have become a Bitcoin billionaire. Fuck the rules. Yeah, okay, dude. What are you, a baby? How many rights are you willing to give up for marginal improvements to public health? Isn't that like the fucking Amber question? Or it's like a Cumtown question? Plenty. No, that's literally a... No, that's like a... It's like a really stupid question. That I think... I don't know if it was a Cumtown. Or I don't know if it was Amber and like the Red Scare girls that came up with it or something, but it was like, would you wear a hijab if it meant giving like universal health care or something to everyone? And like most liberals will say no to that, and they were talking about how they would say yes to that. Yeah, I think it was Red Scare maybe, and that's where that meme comes from. I mean, I would. I don't give a fuck. Anyway.
You 4 months. Always appreciate your views and takes on politics. Thanks and have a great Friday.
Let's keep going. So, OAN viewers may be lost for good. None of this is true at all. Also note that OAN still denies the result of the election. The current president doesn't get Prez in front of his name, but Trump does. Biden hiding in basement as millions of people freeze in Texas. Biden leaves Texas officials on their own while President Trump went and fought every weather crisis. How did they fit all of that into a fucking lower third, bro? It's honestly kind of remarkable that they were able to do that. I mean, it's also kind of funny because, like, you know, I don't think half the OAN audience knows how to read, or because of cognitive decline as a consequence of their age, they probably forgot how to read. So it doesn't even matter. It's also kind of funny, like, as though like Trump fought weather events. Like, I'm imagining Trump being like, all right, put the air, fire up the Air Force One. We're going to fight the weather events. I'm going to punch it out. Believe me. I'm going to suck up all the water. It's the wettest water from the standpoint of water. Didn't they shoot it? He did want to shoot at a fucking tornado. That's true. Man, what a wonderful president he was. I'm looking back at it fondly already. I'm such a liberal, dude. Looking back at Donald Trump fondly.
Okay.
Like, I just want to play a compilation of Donald Trump and his dumpy walking into the distance. Walking away from the camera. From all of these important weather events that he battled personally and on his own, single-handedly. Anyway, okay, UK Uber, we're gonna talk about it. Please stop spamming it, please, please. I fucking got it. Oh my God, the British. Someone stop the British, okay? They've lost their minds. The one time they have like a good workers' right, one time. The one time, the singular moment where we are going to cover British news positively in the past 2 years, and like every British person in the chat's like, oh, oi, mate, you got to talk about fucking Uber. What are you doing? You fucking hear that? It's like Prop 22 is the opposite. Yeah, bruv? What are you fucking doing then? Why are you talking about all this other shite? Cover the fucking Uber, bruv. Uber's now classifying the fucking drivers as employees, bruv. Get to the fucking Uber, innit? Saw your recent IG story. Down bad, aren't we? Your accent doesn't correlate with any area of the UK. What about that sandwich story a couple months ago? Which one? No, that was pretty funny. The sandwich story was pretty funny and pretty bad. It was like, oh, Boris, they're taking our fucking ham sandwiches out, Boris. What the fuck are you doing? We need our sovereignty back, Boris. We wanted to get the fucking poles out. We didn't want our ham and cheese to be taken away from us, Boris. Anyway, Pago, horrible accent. Someone said, can you do the accent while you talk about the news, the British news? Have you ever heard me cover? Have you ever seen me cover British news? I literally always do it. I've never not done it. I always do the British accent when I cover British news. Anyway, speaking of fucking accents, bruv. All right then. It's top of the hour. Every hour. It's time for a 60-second ad break. You know what the fucking deal is, bruv. Makes Aiden mad every time. Yeah. Time for a little cheeky ad break, bruv. You know. Innit? Time for a cheeky ad break, innit? Top of the fucking hour. Do you fucking mind? No, of course not. Anyway. You already know what it is. All you need to do is subscribe. You can subscribe for free or for $5. I can't do it anymore. All right, fuck it. Here's the ad. Jesus Christ.
Yo.
How do you sound like no Brits and all Brits simultaneously? Because I'm switching through like every fucking accent that I know how to do that's like British or Australian for different words. That's the problem. Kind of George Orwell of you. All right, let's start with Fred Flintstone talking to Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz tonight is facing the ire of the mob, the media for traveling to Cancun.
Oh no! What a start. Okay, I mean, dude, world record 0.05 seconds pause, but really, the ire of the mob, dude. Come on, dude. Oh, that's so good. Oh fuck yeah. Oh, this is so good. Biden's live.
Cancun, Mexico, with
Where,
his
in
daughters
Munich
to drop them off
his
and come
speech from
home
Munich?
as Texas is still addressing the fallout and damage from severe weather. Now, in response, Senator Cruz tonight did say, in retrospect, he might have made a mistake, adding in a statement, in part, wanting to be a good dad. I flew down with them last night, and I'm flying right back this afternoon, and he did. My staff and I are in constant communication with state, local leaders to get to the bottom of what happened in Texas. Joining us now.
This is really pathetic, dude. Like, come on. You can't even have a little fun, Sean Hannity. Like, you literally got to toe the party line that hard. My man, that's so sad. Like, you're not going to prod him even a little bit. Like, he literally lied. He said he was going for a day. Turns out it was not for a day. It was the entire fucking week. And then he blamed his daughter. Yeah, his 10-year-old daughter was like, Dad, we got to get the fuck out of here. Texas is getting a little too cold for me. Dad, I need to go down to Cancun to have some fun. I'm 10 years old, by the way. He's 14. No, they're 10 and 12, dummy.
Love you, Ajahn Hassel.
He literally went through like 8 different variations, and he just basically threw all of those lies out there. None of it made sense. Okay, they're 10 and 12.
1 year, baby.
Just say your wife wanted to go down to fucking Cancun. Okay? That's it. Your wife wanted to go down to Cancun. Like, why the fuck are you trying to say your daughters wanted to go to Cancun? Your daughter doesn't know what the fuck Cancun is. They're literally 10 and 12, dude. I mean, they might, but...
Now to talk about it is Texas Senator Ted Cruz. I have a piece of this.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm trying to fix it. Oh, fuck. Oh. Bros. I apologize for not issuing a trigger warning before showing you Ted Cruz's his unfiltered face. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to go back to it right now. Like, I'm afraid it kind of came up out of nowhere. But now that you know, like, this is like exposure therapy. You know what I mean? It's like exposure therapy. You are getting exposed to his face. So, you know, okay.
Story that nobody knows that you know to be true and Governor Abbott knows to be true. And that is, I got contact very early in the week from the official meteorologist of my radio show, Joe Bastardi, frequent guest on this program.
Shut the fuck up. The meteorologist's name is Joe Bastardi.
1 year, Pogo.
Weatherbell.com. And he sent a note to both of you, to you and Governor Abbott.
Hey, I'm Joe
In that note, he said this
here.
is going to be far worse than I think others are predicting. You got in touch with him. The governor got in touch with him. You took it seriously. And you worked hand in hand with the governor in the lead up to this, knowing this was all.
Hey, we're getting some fucking cold weather from the Mexicans over here. You better fucking watch out. I'm telling you, you need to winterize. You need to winterize these fucking windmills.
All a big possibility. And this is days before that happened, and you were fully and completely engaged. And I know that from my own reporting and my own conversations with you and Governor Abbott and with Joe Bastardi. Now,
okay. At first, I should have issued a trigger warning and might get banned for showing you Ted Cruz's face unfiltered in the entire screen. But I'm definitely going to get banned for showing you Fred Flintstone sucking Ted Cruz's dick and balls and butt cheeks and also boots on camera. This is pornographic material. I've never seen something like this before. I mean, I have many times. So holy shit, dude. Sean Hannity's literally like, you know when you were the least responsible or the most responsible person for doing good things and least responsible of any guilt? Remember when that happened? Remember when you did everything to save Texas from the power outages and people are still yelling at you? What do you have to say about that? I've asked people in the porn industry if fluffers are a real thing. You know, like do, you know, up-and-coming porn stars actually operate as like fluffers behind the scenes? And like, that's kind of a meme. It's not a real thing. Right? But, I mean, what now? This is literally fluffing. Like, Sean Hannity is operating as a fluffer.
You went and you took your daughters to Cancun and you came back. I think you can be a father and be the senator of Texas all at the same time and make a round trip, quick drop-off trip and come home.
Well, Sean, that's right. And starting with what you opened with, you connected me with Joe early on before these storms actually even hit the state of Texas. And I got to say, you called me and told me Joe was very impressive. He knew his stuff. And I called him that evening and spent significant time on the phone with him talking through what he saw coming. And he was predicting not one, but two major winter storms, the combination of which he believed would have an impact on Texas.
I like this because the argument is like, oh, it was even worse than we thought it was going to happen. And I had the full knowledge that it was going to be worse. And I still went on this vacation, or tried to.
It would exceed anything we've seen in this state since 1899. And I thought it was a very impressive, a very serious. He sent me charts and data on what was coming. And you reached out and I reached out to Governor Abbott and said, listen, this guy knows his stuff and you ought to talk to him. And we helped connect them. And, you know, at the same time, Governor Abbott had...
He just literally looks the same way that he is on the inside. Just ugly both in and out, dude. It's wild.
Already declared an emergency in all 254 counties all across Texas. And so I joined with John Cornyn in urging Joe Biden to declare a federal disaster to mirror the governor's request, which President Biden, to his credit, did. And so that was early on, right before these storms came. We knew they were serious. This week has been hell for the state of Texas. It has been two storms on top of each other. 4 million Texans lost power. No power, no lights, many with no water. It has been frustrating. I'll tell you, Sean, a lot of Texans are mad or pissed off. How can it be that Texas, the energy capital of the world, can't turn our lights on and can't heat our homes? A lot of Texans are frustrated. This shouldn't have happened.
So where do we talk about like your situation then? Because not a lot of Texans were able to run away, you know?
I'll tell you, Heidi and me, we lost power for 2 days. Our house was dark. We had no heat. Actually, the fireplace behind me, we were all huddled around the fireplace because it was the only heat in the house.
Oh, dude, shit, dude. I feel so bad for him now. Why is it a big deal that he left? Who cares? Why does he have to suffer? If you don't even have the bare minimum expectation of your fucking leader that you have elected to at least like suffer in fucking solidarity with you, okay? And I'm not even talking about all the other shit that you could be doing, like I don't know, fucking doing food drives or going around and trying to raise money for other people doing food drives, any number of different things that Cruz could have done, okay? The least thing that he could do in this situation is not run away to fucking Cancun, dog. Are you fucking insane? And if that's not an expectation that you have from your leaders, then what the fuck do you vote for them for? Why do they exist? Why do we have to look at this ugly ass fucking face and hear this dumbass speak if he has no purpose whatsoever. Okay? No one is expecting this hobgoblin to go out and, like, I don't know, use his mystical goblin powers to fucking unfreeze the pipes. There is not a better representation of the low expectations that moronic conservatives have over their representatives, and a lot of Democrats too over their representatives as well, don't get me wrong, then just own the fucking libs. That's it. All Ted Cruz actually needed to do to win this argument, even though he doesn't need to he doesn't need anything. He could just been like, yeah, I'm going to Cancun, bitch. I'm gonna put my melted candle wax face and some titties, and some Mexican titties, bitch, in Cancun. Fuck you. What are you gonna do about it? People would still forget about it, and they would literally still be like, oh, what are we gonna do? Vote for Beto O'Rourke? He's going to feminize my son. I can't do that. But honestly, all he needs to do to get out of this is not blame his fucking daughters and be like, oh, my 10-year-old daughter told me we need to go to this specific vacation in Cancun. No, all he needed to do was, I'm doing it to own the libs. I don't understand why people are mad at me. I wanted to see how mad I could get AOC. Actually, it was, yeah, I did it for patriotism. I did it because I wanted to, make sure that Mexicans weren't stealing our energy. And I also did it because I wanted to own the libs.
And after a couple of days, after the girls being really cold at being in the teens and the 20s outside, our girls' ass said, look, school's been canceled for the week. Can we take a trip and go somewhere warm? And Heidi,
that's what the fucking 10 and 12-year-olds said.
And I, as parents, we said,
yeah. I'm just being a good dad. It's my daughters. That's so sad, dude. That's so fucking sad. What a pathetic bitch, dude. I mean, no wonder. Dude, it's great. I love that Texas Republicans voted for this fucking shitlord. You deserve him. You 100% deserve him. Honestly, if you're living in Texas and you voted for Ted Cruz, like, you're such a cuck. I don't know what else is. It's like a monkey's paw situation where you're like constantly talking about like machismo and what the great state of Texas represents, what it means for you, and then you turn around and you vote for fucking two of the worst fucking politicians as your senators. Okay? One, they can't even fucking cook a brisket. Okay? And the other that is just the worst person in Congress. So sad. All of that fucking bravado. Oh, everything's bigger in Texas, brother. Hey, look at my belt buckle. Yeehaw. All that shit, dude, is just hot air, okay? Because you turn around and you vote for this fucking loser. Sorry, you are literally a loser. He's such a fucking gigantic loser that Beto O'Rourke seems cooler in comparison. Radical Beto O'Rourke
5 months Pogazarjan
seems cooler in comparison to Ted Cruz.
Said, okay, sure. And so last night I flew down with them to the beach, and then I flew back this afternoon. I had initially planned to stay through the weekend and to work remotely there, but as I was heading down there, I started to have second thoughts almost immediately, because the crisis here in Texas, you need to be here on the ground, and as much as you can do by phone and Zoom, it's not the same as being here. And so I returned this afternoon, and I'm here working to make sure to do everything we can to get the power turned on, but also fundamentally to ask.
Also, there were things that you could do. Oh, never mind. Oh, so there were things that he could do as a senator to make sure that we get the power turned on. Got it. I didn't know, because everyone was making it seem like, including Ben Shapiro and Dinesh D'Souza and all the other fucking morons in the Republican media were defending him and being like, what is he supposed to do, hypothetically?
Ask the questions. Why did this happen? Why was the Texas grid, which is regulated,
and Vegas, Pepe? I don't know who the fuck Vegas is.
At the state level, it's operated at the state level. It's not a federal function. It's a state function. But why was the grid not sufficiently prepared so that 4 million Texans lost heat and power?
Don't fucking dunk on someone just because you see a check mark next to them, okay? It doesn't. Bao Bao has the worst takes consistently in the chat. He has a check mark next to him. I don't see you guys making a bigger deal out of that.
We need to answer that, and we need to make sure it never happens again in the state of Texas.
To what extent? Now, Texas is very unique in that there's no federal control authority over their energy grid. It's separate and apart, which for a lot of different reasons is very good for Texas. As you do not have to abide by the burdensome regulations.
Amir Chad just responded to death threats after I asked the question. All right, hey, if you tell me who's sending you fucking death threats, we'll ban them. Easy peasy.
Of the federal government, very smart on Texas's part. And
why do you even have your whispers on,
I think that's
dude?
brilliant.
You crazy?
Well, I don't know. I'm not really sure. I thought we learned during COVID that teleschool, telemedicine, teleworking, Zoom calls, all this other stuff changed the way we do everything. Now, I'm not assuming that the people at Texas, with all the natural...
What? Bro, Fox News, I don't know what they're doing. They're like...
resource everything. Now, I'm not assuming that the people at Texas, with all the...
What the fuck is that, dude? How do you do that? Like, how do you miss something like that? I mean, it's absolute madness to just, like, keep that... Okay. Anyway, whatever. I don't even know what the fuck's going on, dude. You're showing their viewers
the natural resources of Texas. Why is Texas relying...
like, I'm still on Final Cut 1.
on wind turbines, which, by the way, it's use it or lose it. You can't store that energy. And why, in that sense, isn't it upgraded to what works now? Now, eventually, if it works and Texas chooses that, I'm an all the above guy. But for now, oil, gas, and coal are our main sources of energy, and nuclear energy, if people would let us use it.
What's up with conservatives loving nuclear energy, by the way? Like, I've heard a lot of conservatives advocate for nuclear energy. And I don't know what it is. Like, Sean Hannity's kind of like a nuke guy. Which, by the way, the funny thing... Okay, let me just re-clarify something. All of this is a lie. Everything fucking failed. And wind turbines, actually, in comparison to other fossil fuel energy, outperformed fossil fuel energy. So people that are like shitting on wind turbines, saying like, oh, well, it's because like wind was failing because the wind turbines froze. You're a fucking moron. I'm sorry. Like, literally just go 1,000 miles north. You think there are no fucking wind turbines there? Of course there are wind turbines there. You just didn't have the appropriate precautionary measures in place to make sure that wind turbines work effectively through windstorms and shit like that. Okay? That's one. Two, it's a lie. It wasn't even wind turbines that were like completely shut down. It was everything. So I don't know what else to say about that. Lastly, they did fail to equip the turbines with heating, though. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But that's not the fault of wind or renewable energies in general. That's not the fault of renewable energies or wind as a sustainable form of renewable energy. It's the fault of the regulators in Texas that are supposed to recognize that, extreme weather conditions are happening quite frequently as a consequence of climate change, which is not a Chi-Com conspiracy, contrary to popular opinion, and take precautionary measures to ensure that there are heating systems built into the wind turbines. Yeah. And by the way, that same problem, as Hollywood Code also pointed out, exists within the natural gas lines as well, which were fucking frozen. They didn't winterize anything. They didn't winterize any of their energy.
Well, I think you said it right, which is that we should use all of the above. In Texas, Texas is the #1 producer of wind energy in the country, more than California. About 25% of our electricity comes from wind, and that's a valuable asset.
I've heard like 11 numbers. I've heard 19, I've heard 10, I've heard 25, I've heard 15. I think it's 10, isn't it? Like around 10.
My view is we ought to be using all the energy sources, but we shouldn't have mandates. We shouldn't be subsidizing any. We should let the market decide and the consumers decide. Right now...
Yeah, no, that's definitely the smart thing to do, especially when it comes down to energy. We should leave it up to the fucking market, dude, so that there's never any surplus, so that they can regulate pricing and keep it a certain level, so that, you know, we literally engage in this exact problem that we were talking about, and people just price gouge the shit out of others. What an incredible take. Let's do more of the problem to you know, fix the problem that deregulation caused. Very cool.
We don't have clear answers as to why the Texas energy grid couldn't handle this surge in the winter. Obviously, a massive surge like this is very unusual in Texas. It appears there were a combination of factors.
Also, when this motherfucker says, like, when a Texas senator says we should stop subsidizing energy and let the free market decide, I laugh, because how many fucking subsidy, like, how much of the fucking fossil fuel industry is subsidized by the federal government? Like, are you insane, dude? 85% of energy production subsidies directly goes into fossil fuels. Or at least last time I looked at it. It's nuts. If subsidies and government handouts is unethical, I don't know why Ted Cruz was advocating so hard to make sure that we buy out Exxon's fucking debt in the first COVID recovery package. What the fuck was that about, Ted? Ted, I'm so confused. Why were we doing that? So weird that we literally bought out, like, we bought Exxon debt with tax dollars in the first fucking COVID recovery bill. What a strange thing we did there. I thought the free market was supposed to help with that.
Factor is a substantial number of the wind turbines froze and ceased producing energy. Now, elsewhere, other colder climates, you're able to put treatments and lubricants on wind turbines so they can operate in the cold. But in Texas, that
Ted Cruz talking about lubricants is hitting differently right now.
Wasn't predicted to happen, and so they didn't do that. We saw a huge drop-off in energy from wind. We also saw substantial drop-offs from coal, substantial drop-offs from natural gas, substantial drop-offs from solar. What we need to do is have a serious fact-based investigation, not based on politics, not based on the Green New Deal and where you are on this policy or the other. It needs to be based on the evidence, based on the facts, to say what.
I like that we did not even talk about his controversy surrounding the Cancun travel at all.
What happened? Why was the grid not there? Most of these shutdowns were mandated because there wasn't the power, and so they just shut whole neighborhoods down. You know, we had Tuesday night, we had a bunch of kids at our house because our house was one of the few houses that had power. And so we had a lot of our daughter's friends were over. We were making dinner for them. Boom, the lights go out and we lose power. And so we had a candlelight dinner because that's all we had. We had flashlights, and then the girls all camped out. They got in sleeping bags and wrapped up in comforters and everything. But it got cold. I mean, it was in the 30s in the house as it got cold. And it stayed with no power for 2 days.
Someone sent me that Ted Cruz tweet. Is that a real tweet from 2016 where he said, "I'll believe in climate change when Texas freezes over"? Is that real or is that fake?
The power generation in the grid couldn't meet the demands, and so they took whole streets and whole neighborhoods offline.
It's fake? God damn it. See? Why do people do that? Why do people make these sorts of fake tweets?
That should not happen again. It certainly shouldn't happen in Texas. You know, other states, you look at a state like California, where they have rolling brownouts predictably year after year after year. It's a failure of the system, and it's a failure the government regulators are causing. Part of the reasons Texans are so pissed is this shouldn't happen in Texas. And I'll tell you this, we're going to fix it. The state of Texas better fix it. Governor Abbott was right when he called on the state legislature to investigate why the grid wasn't ready and to make sure this never happens again in the state of Texas.
Yeah, I didn't see much criticism there early lid that Joe Biden put on things, while the people in Texas, you could use federal help. But there's always that double standard. You made the right call coming back. You also...
Oh, there's always that double standard. Let's not address that double standard. Okay, great. Don't ever forget, folks. It's bad when the federal government interferes and helps California. It's good when it helps Texas. How about it's good every time, all across the fucking board?
Can be a father. There's also something called technology. We also know what teleworking is, and I think there's a lot of sanctimony and politics being played in this attack. And look, Governor Perry made me an honorary Texan. That's why I made the call to you and Governor Abbott. I feel a responsibility for Americans that actually don't hate me, like the state I'm living in, New York.
I don't get it. Like, why do Texans want this guy to represent them? It's so pathetic. He's the worst fucking person that you could have. Like, he's obviously a demon because he's a Republican.
Manufacturing and distribution. And setting.
Oh yeah, Biden's delivering remarks at the Pfizer vaccine manufacturing site today. This is kind of sleeper, but oh, what I was gonna say about Ted Cruz is like, it's so sad that like, if you're from Texas, you gotta have someone like fucking, you gotta have that dipshit represent you. That's so pathetic. What a snowflake. You have a national show in hand. He just whines about people not liking him. Remember when the federal government blamed the states for BLM riots and COVID crises? Oh yeah, here's the I would never leave Texas during such a difficult time unless it was utmost important, and it was. I had just seen Coco and wanted to see if it was true, if skeletons were real, if guitars were real. I had to know. Oh, that's fucking wonderful. That's so funny, dude. People are so dumb. Anyone can or want leave for the week? Ted Cruz's wife texted. We may go to Cancun. She teased a direct flight with hotels with capacity. They plan a Wednesday departure, Sunday return. Stay at the Ritz-Carlton. Yep, there it is. Ted's poodle was left in the cold house while he went to Cancun. Ted just drove by Ted Cruz's house in Houston. His lights are off, but a neighbor told me the block got its power back last night. Also, Ted appears to have left behind the family poodle. Just to clarify, this was taken around 1 p.m. Central on Thursday. It's possible Ted brought the poodle back from Cancun with him, or that a family member was staying behind to take care of the dog. Oh no, dude. 3 people asked me if the Coco statement was real, and I honestly wasn't sure. Dude, no, obviously it's not real. It's not a real tweet, but he has said something like that, I think. The tweet of me saying I'll believe in climate change when Texas freezes over is fake. This one is real, though. Pee pee poo poo. Okay, good one, dude. Okay. We're done with this. Let's go back to fucking Joseph Robinette.
Of our own. Leave nobody
with the leftist with the fucking leftist audio.
When we do it together. I believe we're on the road. I promise you. I know we'll run into bumps. It's not going to be easy here to the end. But we're going to beat this. We're going to beat this. May God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. And Albert, thank you and your people for all you do. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, that was really cool. What an incredible fucking All right, so let's watch this Mortal Kombat Red Line or whatever. Am I allowed to watch? I mean, it is not real. It's not real violence. It's fake violence. The Red Band Mortal Kombat movie trailer I wanted to watch, and apparently Jezebel wrote an article about it. That's kind of silly.
First learned about this 7
years ago. We're gonna watch the Nintendo Direct.
On a mission in Brazil.
Donkey
to
Direct.
Capture a wanted fugitive. When we got there, it tore through our unit in seconds. The target had superhuman abilities. It had the same marking you do, Cole.
It's a birthmark.
What do you mean?
He was born with it.
It's not a birthmark, Cole. It means you've been chosen.
Throughout history, different cultures all over the world reference a great tournament of champions. That dragon marking? I think it's an invitation to fight for something known. As Mortal Kombat.
They will literally never make this as violent as the fucking game, which kind of sucks. Also, she said it. She said the title thing.
Or hell yeah, 4 months of listening to this.
The game is so creative. The fatalities are so fucking insane, dude. Like, I was looking. Every now and then I'll randomly. I never play it. I've never played Mortal Kombat. Like, I've played a little bit of Mortal Kombat. It's not my favorite. But every now and then on my Instagram timeline, like, I'll see some fucking gaming Instagram account that I watch that will post clips. And there's that one with the Joker where he, like, punches through the dude's fucking chest and then drops a little package and then the dude's fucking head explodes. It's very good.
These are your champions.
I'm Sonya. That's Kano.
I'm Liu Kang.
I used to play Mortal Kombat, like the Mortal Kombat, that song. I used to play it before every basketball game, though, in high school to, like, hype myself up. It's super hype.
Name's Jax.
Kung Lao. Lord Raiden. The fate of Earth is in our hands.
No matter how many of my people you put in the ground, we will not fail. Kill them.
I am Sub-Zero.
Wins. You fucking beauty.
Okay, Loki, this looks like garbage, but I guess that's keeping it in tradition with the rest of the fucking Mortal Kombat movies. It literally looks like, I mean, it looks like a movie that you would have made in the 90s. I don't know what the fuck's it's just so bad. It's so fucking bad. Incredible doo-doo. So anyway, Shannon Malero wrote Cinema's Back Baby in a Big Way, an article titled Who Forgot to Invite Chun-Li to the Mortal Kombat? And because it's like Jezebel and a feminist blog, everyone is fucking losing their... I mean, people aren't losing their mind over it, but I think, like, people are just making fun of it. Chun-Li, not Chun. Okay, whatever. Shut the fuck up. I don't care. Don't be silly. But being the astute film critic that I'm, immediately clocked a glaring error in the film. We're in all the realms as Chun-Li. If there's a battle for the fate of the earth, then don't we need all the greatest warriors gather, which would include Chun-Li and her spinning bird kick that can knock a man's head clean off? Sounds like a pretty big plot hole to me that the ultimate street fight is supposed to be won by a ragtag team helmed by Sonya Blade. No offense to the Sonya stands. The absence of Chun-Li aside, the trailer is the dog's bollocks, a term I learned from watching The Bridge, also on HBO Max if you're into competition shows. An extremely bloody, action-packed film, which is a super realistic study on the cross-section of Kung Fu and elemental magic.
Hi.
I mean, this is not like a real article. Jezebel's not satire. No, this isn't a real article. This is a tweet, dude. I mean, this is 2 tweets. I've read longer fucking tweets than this. Update. Jezebel has discovered the answer to our question about Chun-Li's erasure, and it's that Chun-Li is not part of the Mortal Kombat megaverse. Wow. Like, it's just, yeah, I don't know what to say. They had to have done it on purpose. Yeah. I assume it's just like to get to, you know, agitate people a little bit, get them riled up. I mean, they also literally mentioned Street Fight in the article. That the Ultimate Street Fight is supposed to be one. Yeah, I think that I assume that they did it on purpose. Like they wouldn't drop a fucking clue like that in the article. They probably did it on purpose to trigger people. Passing chatter takes as your own. Yes, you're right. No one else was able to recognize such an incredible thing. Such a impressively and cleverly hidden. I don't even want to fucking click on Kotaku in action. I don't want to.
At Hasanabi, what her opinion on them putting a
gatekeeping is bad. Anyone can be a fan. Purity test based on subject matter knowledge. Texas. Was there ever any doubts to why those messages were pushed? They don't care about your thing. What? Yeah, no. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with this article. I'm done with this. Especially, yeah, I will be watching BlizzCon in a second. I just am not even remotely interested in fucking horny, like now 45-year-old fucking gamers who are desperately trying to relive their glory days on the internet by like trying to relitigate Gamergate era fucking takes. They are the worst kinds of people on the internet, and there is no fucking way that we're diving into that. Like, it's a fucking meme. But chill out.
No, you.
And even if it's not a meme, even if it was like serious, who gives a shit? It's an article equivalent of 2 tweets strung together. Why the fuck are you losing your mind over it? The only reason why you would get upset about something like that is because you very desperately want to get upset about something like that because you have some other biases that corresponds to. Hassan, why you have such bad movie takes? Like what? Hey, Psychedelic Gaze with a 15 gift subs. Thank you. If you shit on WoW like you did during the Nintendo event, I am gonna cry. Please think about my feelings, you meanie bobino. No, I'm probably gonna shit on. I'm probably gonna shit on the BlizzCon shit because virtually every game conference like this, that's pushed by developers and publishers, is always dog shit. There's like one thing that everyone's waiting for. And the only thing you actually end up getting is the only thing you end up getting is like a DLC at best.
It's finally here, the Nintendo Direct. We haven't got one of these bad boys in over a year. Last year's E3, Nintendo showed us like really bad graphics of John Cena, and that was it. So I'm thinking Nintendo is really about to go crazy on this one. I mean, we've been waiting a long time for this. I'm thinking right out the gate.
Yeah, remember when fucking people in my chat were saying, well, this is actually Zelda's 25th year anniversary, so they wouldn't be stupid enough not to bring up Zelda. Remember when people were saying we're for sure going to get Breath of the Wild, or 35th, not 25th, sorry. Yeah. They were like, for sure there's going to be Breath of the Wild 2 announcement. Like, for sure, dude. Are you crazy? I mean, it's the 35th year announcement. Like,
Breath of the Wild 2. It's going to be amazing. It's really going to lean on a bunch of new creative types of traversal. Like, Link will be able to shoot himself out of a slingshot and, like, fly around. And he's going to have rocket boots to boost him up cliffs and shit. And then it's going to be like, boom, coming out in March.
Pyra! Sorry, Rex. I couldn't tell you. Because I got an invitation to join Smash!
Fuck off! Oh my god! No! Nintendo, why are you putting in the fucking boob job lady from the Furby sex game? Not only did you put another anime character with a sword, you put an anime character that is a sword. That is from a Furby sex slave game where you catch strippers like Pokemon. You could have put Crash Bandicoot. You could have put Gex, Rayman. You could have had Knack. You could have Blinks.
I never played this game, didn't know what it was, but just by judging the fucking characters that they had, I arrived at that fucking conclusion after the announcement of the characters being in Smash, where I was like, what is this, like, just, it's an anime harem game.
Glover, Funky Kong, you could have put Middle-Aged Man from Sonic 06. Literally any other character would have been better than this. I would rather have Don Corneo's bodyguard than this.
Please look forward to seeing their moveset in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
No.
This fighter releases in March.
Okay, see, they're just fucking with us, you guys. They're just trolling us. Because think about it. What else comes out in March? That new Zelda. You know what I'm saying? They're showing us this abomination. And now here comes Zelda. Here we go.
The vast world of Fadiel beckons.
Okay, this is a JRPG from the Super Nintendo.
Legend of Mana.
Okay. Recover. Everybody recover. Watch this. Retro Studio logo is going to pop up. Bow. Donkey Kong 3D Island. It's a Donkey Kong 3D platformer that Retro Studios has been working on for the past 7 years, and it's going to look insanely good. Here it is.
Hi, everyone. My name's Barbara Gordon, a.k.a. Batgirl.
Pikmin 4. Here it is. Pikmin. Come on.
Miitopia. Coming to Nintendo Switch.
This is not Pikmin 4. This is...
Whoa! You can have a horse as an ally? That sounds pretty darn good.
Mario Odyssey 2. That's the only way they can redeem themselves at this point.
Golf.
This kind of looks funny, though. I'll play this.
Last week,
That's why. This is why Nintendo can get away with it. You see that? That is exactly why Nintendo gets away with it, dude. That's literally it, dude. That's the reason. It's like a dog shit direct, and the thing that you get excited for is fucking just, you know, your favorite characters with customizable fits and shit that you can purchase for, you know, $20 amiibos or whatever the fuck they're called. Are gonna now play golf in a golfing game. Sick.
Had the global launch for the Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury game. Next, we have another game to show you.
Here it is. Mario Odyssey 2. Here we go.
This shit was so bad.
Kind of a weird trailer for it. Mario? Oh, even better. Octopath Traveler 2. This is exactly what I wanted to see. The fuck?
How was that?
Extremely bad.
And in the future, we'll conduct a survey to gather player feedback. We look forward to hearing your responses
that he had the same take as you here.
Demo.
Yeah.
This kind of confirms my theory that...
Yeah, everyone says I have dog shit takes, but so far Donkey's takes align 100% with me, with the exception of the golf
these
one.
JRPGs are no longer being developed by humans. It's just, I think they're taking they're surveying like 10,000 anime fans. They're asking them, what do you like about RPGs? What do you like about anime? And they're feeding that information into a computer, and the computer shoots out a game called
Project Triangle Strategy, a brand new tactical RPG.
It's getting desperate out here, you guys. I think this is our only chance at this point. Reggie appears. He goes, I'm back at the company after my GameStop trick. Now watch this new trailer for Metroid Prime 4. It's going to be very moody and atmospheric, and then a little twist. Pow! Super Metroid is being remade by the guys that did Samus Returns, which is also being released onto the Switch today.
From the creators of the Danganronpa
Donkey Konga
and Zero Escape series comes a fight for your life, literally.
It's another RPG? Really?
The game is canceled!
Yeah!
The game is suddenly called off.
Yeah! Here we go. Now you're talking my language. Now watch this. It's gonna go... Mario Kart now.
Bravely Default 2 is almost here.
I give up.
4 Heroes of Light will soon embark on a journey to restore the crystals.
Computer, don't you think that title is a little bit on the nose? Like, you're literally calling it Bravely Default 2. Like, is there no shame in this world anymore? Now show F-Zero. What the fuck? I see what they're doing. It's an anime theme.